Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another set of combinations. I had paused the Prismacolor for a little while, as some of you might know, because I was getting the weirdest comments saying I was copying people. It just so happens that myself and another YouTuber happened to start a series of combinations, but that doesn't mean we're copying one another. So I had quit Prismacolor and moved over to Inktense. Don't worry, I'm still working on the Inktense, so if you're like, where did the Inktense go? Don't worry. I went back to Prisma though, and I'm kind of like swapping in between the two. Now, I'm going to warn you, I have a brand new camera I'm working with, so this could be good, bad, I don't know. It's filming in 8K, ooh, so we'll see how that goes. But we're going to do the blue Prisma ones. So, as I like to do, I like to go overboard. You're not getting like 12 or 15, instead I have almost 50. So I'm at 48 here. But I could have made more. In fact, one of my sheets I accidentally made 2 of, so you may find more. But I figured this is a good starting point. We've got everything from lighter to darker, mixing in purples. To be quite honest, I could make even more. So let me know if you would like me to keep going, and I will just like keep releasing them. I will have this on my Ko-fi shop, so you can go grab the blank blue color combo worksheet, and then also I will scan and upload this one so you could just print this one out fully done, just like I've done with everything else. So let's talk about combinations and how I create combos. Now, sometimes I'll turn to Pinterest for some inspiration. Other times, it's just a combo I've used before. But more often than not, when you're trying to make a color combination, regardless of the brand, it's good to have a hex chart. I highly recommend these hex charts. Granted, you can just use your regular swatch chart as well, but if you use the ones that have them grouped by color family, you tend to just stay in that color family range and not move outward. The hex chart makes it easier. So these hex charts have them shown by colors that are similar and they're adjacent to one another, but it's not based on like numerical order, not even necessarily color family order like your standard swatch chart. Because what I like to do is you can kind of go in almost any direction here and finish out a combo. That's why the hex chart is like my go-to for creating pretty much any combo I've come up with. Now, sometimes I'll go from like having a black to, you know, starting over here. I'm not saying you need to pick one end and work your way over, especially as you're getting new to things, but obviously if I want black to darken it up, I'll grab black, and then maybe I'll go over here to my indigo blue. Now the reason you want something similar is for blending. Once you get better at your pencils, you're more familiar with them, such as Prisma. Prisma are a lot easier to blend than say like Polychromos and Pablos, where you really need to be careful about blending certain things together. That said, I could go from my indigo and then decide, you know what, I feel like adding, I want to take this one all the way into the purples. So I'm going to take my indigo, but then you can either go right next to it or you can skip a spot. Sometimes I like to skip over. So I'll skip over to violet. And then I could either go straight to lilac, because look, those work together nicely. I could even skip over lilac and pick up lavender, and yes, this does need to be updated with the new colors, but the swaps or the replacements are so close it doesn't matter. So say I went from my indigo to my violet to my lilac. Now I'm thinking, where do I want to go? I could switch over here to this lavender color, and then I want to go into the pinks, but I don't want to switch to pink rose. Instead, I'm going to skip over that, and I'm going to go to deco peach. But it gives me a starting point. So you see the point there? Starting point, do you see the point? You get the point, right? Yeah, okay. So we have 48 combos to play with, and I was just going to show you one in action, because one thing you need to know about having combos in front of you is it's one thing to put them down here, it's another to actually put them into practice. So I grabbed this cute little postcard book that I swore one day I would color in. And I was looking for something with berries. And I found this one here with some blueberries. So I was like, ooh, let's use one of my favorite combos for blueberries. Granted, even looking at this now, I'm like, gosh, I could have added more. I will add more. Oh my gosh, we're going to add more. But to get it going, if I was looking at this sheet and I wanted to color the berries that are on here, which there's like not really very many of them at all, but I think what I'm going to do is use a combo that is easy enough to blend, but still has a little bit of a oomph. And as you can see, some of these are 4, 3. I only have a few that are 3. Some are even 5. I think there's a couple in here that are 6. So it can get more complicated too, like the more the color range goes. But you know what I think I'm gonna do? I am going to use this one here, which is a lot of colors though for berries, but it'll be a good learning lesson. So I'll grab those. Okay, so with these combos, another thing to keep in mind is you don't have to use all of the colors here. You can omit some. So this started with black. I don't need the black because it's such a small space, so I canceled that out and only pulled the other 4 colors. The other cool thing is you can add on. Like say at the end of this, I decide I want to add some cream. I could add cream. Like, so keep these as a loose interpretation because you can always add on to them as well. And again, if you have a hex chart, PC1087, that's powder blue here. I can always take a look and think, okay, well, if I want just, you know, another lighter blue, I can move right over here. But also I have my options of like adding a cream or even like a deco peach in there. There's a lot of options to add and tweak these to how you want. These are considered starting points because say you're just staring at a page and you don't know where to go with it. So, like I said, swatching and application are 2 different things. So we're doing this combo here, and you can see I have it going all the way across, but now we need to put it into action. So I'm using the order that I put them down, which means I'm starting with the 1078, and like I said, I did not pull the black. And this is going to be kind of my like shadow color or my darkest color. And who knows, maybe I will pull out like a light pink to finish it up. But the point is, you got to remember swatching it and then applying it. 2 different little beasts there. And then of course tweak them to however you want. All right, now I'm switching over to 1007. And then depending on the pencil brand, sometimes I like to overlap, especially if I'm going from like a color like this where it's a dark purple into what's called Imperial Violet. I do want to overlap them to get some of that color. Do you have to? No, but it does help blend them. Because that's the thing, I can give you a ton of combos, but you need to know how to put them down. You need to know how those colors look on their own. And of course, you need to know how that brand of pencil overall works, right? Prisma, you can overlap, you can smush. Polychromos, you would need to be adding your layers to get these kinds of colors to blend, especially with a leap between a few of these. So that's another thing to keep in mind. I will be doing polychromos. Originally I was gonna like quit my entire idea, but you guys were all so kind and said, no, make them all. And so I was like, okay, I'll just make them all. So I'm just gonna put that lightest blue right there, but now I'm gonna go back and then just darken it up a little. Because I just want it a teensy bit darker in some areas. In fact, I'm gonna like darken up that. Sometimes it takes 2 layers. Sometimes you can get away with one layer, like however you want to color. And then of course, like say you don't have Prismacolors, you can take this combo. And then Karen from My Colorful Country Life, she has that monster conversion chart. In fact, she and I are the ones that are laughing about this because we both started combos at the same time. And neither of us were like, you're copying me. But we had people accusing me of copying her, and she's like, wait, what? We were even looking at our sheets, and I'm like, I have this sheet of, it was my like Prisma greens. I had a sheet of like almost 48 colors, and I think we only had like 3 that overlapped. So the good news is you could add hers to mine and you have even more. But it was just kind of one of those things where we're like, oh, for Pete's sake. Now, I personally like to blend out my colors a little. You don't have to, but I am a blender. And it's mainly because I just cannot stand seeing an ounce of tooth, a micro ounce. But that's just who I am. These work very nicely on this paper, by the way. Okay, so we took that combo minus the black and we made blueberries. But see what I mean? It's application matters too. And then of course you kind of can add more to it. Like, I mean, I've got my berries here, but are they done? Probably not. Which is why I'm going to take my handy dandy Arctics acrylic marker. Yes, I am going to make videos on these, but I am just going to add a little highlight to my berries where I want the highlight to be. And then we have our berries. So that is the combos for the blue. Let me get this out of the way. So yes, you have 48 new blue colors to play around with here. Like I said, you can go to my Ko-fi shop. Everything in my Ko-fi shop is free. You can totally put in a donation. I always appreciate it. It just goes towards my time. But you'll get a blank worksheet and then the filled in worksheet just so you already have it. And then I do have these posted on my Etsy store. It's called Glitter Bloom Studio. So if you see that at the bottom and you're like, who'd you steal that from? No, that's actually me. So I do have these up there. In fact, I have the full fill-in for Prismacolor already on the store, but not with the ones filled in. It's just you fill it in yourself. So you can go grab that whole packet. I will be putting the entire ones completed on there once I have them all done. Okay, so next thing is I'm still working on more combos. I may actually come out with a greens part 2 because like I mentioned, I have a ton of greens. I've been slowly filling in the charts. I've got pinks, purples, reds going, but the same thing, ink tints are coming along. So I'd love to know in the comments below what colors, just color families, and pencils. You can list anything, really. You want to do watercolor, markers, like, I know Karen just did a bunch of Neo colors, but if you want me to do Neo colors too, that is fine. We both have just agreed that if people want to like say anyone's copying, it's not a big deal because we're doing our own. I am going to do Black Widow. I had a lot of requests for that. I know Karen has Black Widow as well, but hey, it just benefits you because you can combine hers and mine and get twice as much, or more than that. I don't know. I can't math today. So those are my blues. Let me know brands and color families you'd like to see next. I am going to start releasing these once a week. I know I had said that before, but there was that little break I had to take while the internet was being mean. So, and then of course, I'd love to know if you want to see me expand these. Do you want 2 pages, 3 pages? Because like I said, I'll end up finishing one of these and go, oh my gosh, I could so make another combo right now. I know some of these look similar, and the reason for that is I wanted to make them beginner friendly. So like I showed you the color swaps you could make, but when you actually put them on paper, they're quite different. Like these 2 little guys look a lot alike, but when you actually go to use them, they come out way different, especially this one. I did a Hannah Lynn hair with it, and you'll see that the yellow at the end of here actually really pops. There's no yellow in this one. So just keep that in mind. These small little boxes only give us so much room, but I'm more than happy to keep making more blues too if there's certain things. I also have a full one where I'm doing pastel combos. It's a lot of combos, but I'm going to try and post one once a week for various brands. I'll probably swap in between brands. Just depends on where I'm going, because while I love Prisma, sometimes it's a pain to just sit there and do that. So I'll probably swap back and forth until I fill it. I'm going to be changing up the thumbnails so that you can easily spot, oh, that's the Prisma Combo series. Ooh, that's the Inktense one. So keep an eye out for that too. And until next time, take care. Bye now.